What if fostering didn't have to feel overwhelming all of the time? What if instead of constantly reacting, constantly carrying, constantly trying to keep up, you could actually just live your life within it with peace? Not because everything is easy, but because you've changed how you show up within it. By the end of this episode, you will be able to see how everything we've talked about through this season fits together, so that you can move forward in your fostering journey with more peace, more clarity, and more steadiness. As we come to the end of this season, I want to remind you of something really, really important. That this was never about doing everything perfectly. It was never about trying to get it all right, having the perfect routine, trying to have a perfect day, always feeling calm. But it was about learning how to live this differently. Because if you look back over these episodes, you've released pressure, you've stepped into leadership within your home, you've learned how to steady yourself when all things feel heavy, you've held your boundaries, and you've started to let go of needing approval, especially from people that aren't living your life. You've learned to protect your energy, how to build consistency in your home, and even allowed yourself to start enjoying your life again. And you started to see the big picture. And these are not small things. This is transformation. And the beauty of all of this is that none of this adds extra to your plate. It just changes how you carry what's already there. You're not expected to do more, but now you're learning to do it differently. You're learning with intention, speaking life into your home, speaking life into the people around you, but also back into yourself. And this is something that I've done on my own journey too. Fostering necessarily didn't become easier, but over time, I've become calmer, clearer, more grounded, and also kinder to myself. And that has truly changed so many things. Because the most powerful shift that we can have is not just what's happening around you, but it's learning that we can show up differently within it. Because let's face it, we don't control the systems, we don't control timelines or outcomes, but we do have influence. We have influence over the atmosphere of our homes, the way that we respond, and even the way that we carry things each and every day. That's powerful. You hold so much power. And this is where everything comes back to faith. In Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work it with all of your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Everything that we do, it comes from our heart. So this isn't about performance. This has never been about approval or outcomes. But this has been about how you live daily. And when you can anchor yourself into that, peace, it really does follow. You can live this life peacefully, not perfectly, not without hard days, but peacefully. Because peace doesn't come from doing everything right, but it does come from being grounded within it all. And this is what keeps us going. Knowing that we don't have to push through, that there's no pressure. It's not this hustle life that we have to grind through, but instead we build it through steadiness, clarity, alignment, and ultimately our faith. Through praying through every situation, every outcome. This is what sustains you long term. So as you move forward in this season, know that we're putting our faith back into the heart of fostering. And you don't need to remember everything, but just carry this with you. You're allowed to slow down. You're allowed to stay grounded. You are allowed to protect your peace and lead your home, steward what you have been blessed with, and just simply leave the rest. It's simple, but it's powerful. Take what has resonated with you from this season. Know that you don't have to do fostering in a way that leaves you exhausted, overwhelmed, and striving for approval from others. You don't need to live this life trying to people please, but you can foster with God's strength, with God's knowledge, with God's wisdom and love, guiding you through day by day. Thank you for being a part of the Fostering Kingdoms community. And I really hope this episode has resonated with you. And I'd love to invite you to be an active member today, simply by liking this video, subscribing to our podcast, and sharing this with another foster carer who may need to hear this message today, or may need to hear the entire season. You never know where somebody else is at, so just sharing this message today could completely transform the way that they are stepping in their faith journey, in their fostering journey, and anything else that's to come down the line. If you're looking for more resources or you'd like some more support, you can visit us at FosteringKingdoms.com.